Janelle Wilson,
and Ella Wilson.
and we are bringing you some athletic yoga poses today. Now, full disclosure, I am not a yoga instructor, but this is something that I've recently introduced into my workouts. And Ella and I have found that adding yoga poses really helps to strengthen our body, strengthen our core, as well as really stretch you out. So it's a great workout. So let's give it a try. We're going to go through 10 different poses. I want you to hold each pose for about 30 seconds. So each little short video, look at the instructions on how to do it, and then pause it and try it for yourself. So best of luck, and let's get started.
Have fun.
The first pose we are showing you is Warrior One. You need to have your feet separated, and you need to feel like they're on railroad tracks, not on a balance beam. It'll help you hold your balance better. Make sure your hips are squared and facing forward. Relax your shoulders. Stand tall. Your spine is long. And press your hands together firmly. You should feel the stretch in your thigh. You want to hold it for about 30 seconds, and then you will switch to the other side. And do the same thing, readjust, make sure your weight is evenly distributed on both feet, and hold that for 30 seconds. Okay, this is now Warrior Two. So your feet are in the same position as Warrior One. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. You reach evenly to the front and back of the mat through your fingertips. Like, try to make yourself as long as possible. You need to be looking over your fingertips. So turn your head to the side like Ella's showing. Your chest is open, and your shoulders should be stacked over your hips. Make sure your back leg is engaged and your thigh bone is pushing back. So you should really be feeling the stretch on your inner thighs as well as through your arms. Make sure your weight is grounded into both the front and back heel. Once you have held that for 30 seconds, then switch sides and hold this for 30 seconds. Okay, this is the tree pose. So pick a foot to start out with. You're lengthening through your waist. So really hold in tight on those abs. Engage the legs standing. You want to make sure your foot is pressed evenly, so feel the weight through the whole entire foot that's on the ground. Your shoulders are relaxed and away from your ears. You want to put your foot wherever it feels comfortable. You can start out on your calf, or if you feel ready, you can bring it up higher and hold this. Again, lengthening yourself. Hold it for 30 seconds and then switch feet. And then hold that for 30 seconds. Okay, here we have the triangle pose, and you're putting your feet back into the warrior 1 and warrior 2 positioning. You are keeping your legs straight, so make sure those knees are straight. You're drawing the inner thighs together. Your bottom hand is towards your front ankle. Your other hand is reaching way up to the sky. Reach, stretch, and when you're ready, look up to the sky and try to hold that. Remember, you are breathing, and your shoulders should be stacked one on top of each other and open. When you hold that for 30 seconds, then switch sides. Make sure your knees are straight. Again, you should be feeling that stretch in your thighs and your side. Okay, this is called the toe stand, and this is actually a very challenging yoga pose. So you're going to start out on kneeling down, bring one foot over your knee, like you're stretching your glutes. The goal is to try to hold your core tight, standing tall, bringing your shoulders relaxed and down, palms together, and try to hold it as long as you can. The next step is to try to come up on your toe and hold it. I would suggest getting close to something to help you hold the balance at first, and then when you feel ready, you can bring your hands together if you are ready. Try this for about 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch legs and do the same thing to the other side. This is the perfect downward dog. So you're going to start up, reach your hands down. You're trying to create a triangle here by keeping your tailbone, your bottom, you're trying to push that up to the sky. The goal here is to try to keep your heels flat on the ground, which is a challenge. So if at first your heels need to be up and you need to be more on your toes, that is fine, but your goal is to bring it down. Also make sure your head is relaxed, but in between your arms. Do not just let it hang down. Hold this for 30 seconds. Okay, the next one we have is the cobra pose. So you're going to start laying on your belly. Make sure your feet, the tops of your feet are pressing down into the mat. Your hands should start out underneath your shoulders, laying down, and then you're going to press up like Ella demonstrated. Make sure your belly button pulls into your spine. Keep it tight. You're looking forward. Bring your shoulder blades down. Make sure your tops of your shoulders are relaxed and away from your ears. Again, hold this for 30 seconds. Next, we have the bridge pose. And you're going to start laying flat on the ground. Bring your feet under your knees and press up like Ella just did. Your hips are pressed towards the ceiling. You are locking your hands together underneath of you, bringing your shoulder blades together. And you are pressing the palms of your hand into one another. The sides of your upper arms should be flat on the mat. Make sure your neck is comfortable and relaxed. And you want to hold this for 30 seconds. This is called the bow pose. So you're going to lay on your stomach, bring your feet and hips, stay hip width apart, bringing your legs into you, your arms stay straight, the thighs are off the floor. You're trying to pull your heels into your bottom. Make sure your shoulder blades are back and chest is up. Hold for 30 seconds. Our last pose is definitely one of the most challenging. It's called the crow pose. So there's different progressions. Progression number one is just standing like you're in the frog position. Your palms are flat on the mat, your fingertips are spread, weight is evenly distributed, and you're taking your elbows and you're like pushing your knees out. So you should feel the stretch in your inner thighs, okay? So this is number one. When you are ready, you're gonna bend your elbows, try to lean forward, and toes come off the ground, and try to hold it for as long as you can. Goal is 30 seconds.